Hey everyone, Jay Whitner here with Space Headlines. We do a quick recap each week of what's going on in the space universe. And today we're going to be talking about the third week of May 2019. Our first item is SpaceX. Mr. Musk disclosed that SpaceX is working on their project for the Starship, which at this phase is focused on the Star Hopper test vehicle, has another operation going on in Florida. We've seen imagery of the Star Hopper that's going on in Texas. What we now know is there's another Star Hopper vehicle under development in Florida. And this is a very interesting structure. Each team has to share what they're learning with the other team, but each team can take that information and use it or not use it as they see fit. And it would seem that this process will result in better prototypes. And they'll also learn the pros and cons of building these things in Texas versus building them in Florida. So it may guide their eventual decision on where starships might be built. SpaceX has been working on the Starlink project for a long time, which is satellite-based internet with a very large number of satellites. They made a decision to postpone the launch of 60 of these Starlink satellites for roughly a week. They were originally delayed by weather, and they wanted to check everything over, and they did a software update. At any rate, this very challenging mission of 60 satellites, which I'm not certain, but maybe the second most satellites ever launched in a single launch, has been pushed back roughly a week, so it should be happening pretty soon. NASA is pursuing the return to the moon, the Artemis project as it's called. And one of the key missing elements in this whole thing is lunar lander. So NASA is putting out $46 million in total to 11 different firms to work on the lunar lander problem. And it's a rush thing because we're trying to get there by 2024 is the goal. Pretty much all 11 firms have a long history in the aerospace business and have certain accomplishments to their credit. But it would seem to me that Blue Origin has a little bit of the inside track because they've been working on their Blue Moon concept now for 3 years. So it seems to me there's a good chance that the Blue Moon project will be among the very finalists of this whole process. The House subcommittee, and this is the Appropriations Committee for Commerce, Justice, and Science. The subcommittee gave a thumbs up to the NASA spending bill, which is approximately $22 billion. So this would sound supportive of NASA, that this subcommittee is giving their credence to the current budget, has approved it. However, they were silent pretty much about the supplement that was requested by the White House in support of the human lunar return, the Artemis mission. So this was $1.6 billion for the upcoming fiscal year, and they're not talking about that. So if we're going to try to meet the 2024 deadline established by the White House, those funds need to be approved right away because the whole thing is going to be very challenging from a timeline perspective anyhow. So this bill that they did like and approve for the base budget, shall we say, is going to go to the full House Appropriations Committee on May 22nd. So we'll see what the full House Appropriations Committee has to say. There was a report that last year in 2018, SpaceX was the #1 firm in terms of revenues generated from rocket launches. So this is not too surprising, but nice to see. Congratulations to SpaceX for this big accomplishment. The silver medalist in this area was United Launch Alliance, ULA, came at #2. And #3 was Orbital ATK. And it seems to me that it's likely that SpaceX is going to win again this year in 2019, but with the year less than half done, I guess it's uncertain who is going to win the 2019 prize. SpaceX has disclosed more information about where they'll probably be going with their part of the lunar lander funds that I previously mentioned. Their concept is to launch a big lander with a Falcon Heavy. So because the Falcon Heavy is the most powerful launch vehicle available right now, it's understandable that they might be proposing a robust, beefy lunar lander, and that is indeed the case. The concept that they are working on would be able to soft land 26,500 pounds on the lunar surface, which is massive. This is roughly double what the Blue Moon concept is, but I don't know that it's as mature as the Blue Moon concept. So it sounds all plausible to me. Not only will Blue Moon be in the finalists, but the SpaceX concept may also be among the finalists for the lunar lander competition. The last piece I have this week is SpaceX has filed paperwork for Starhopper flight tests. And they've had some tests that are sort of called hover tests that are, very, very low altitude, like 1 or 2 feet or 5 feet, like they're still tethered to the ground for testing purposes. But this paperwork with the FCC is to actually take the thing flying. So the paperwork covers test flights up to 16,400 feet, which is quite substantial. And the understanding that I got from the articles anyway is that these flight tests are going to happen in Texas. And that may be about as high as they can go from the Texas site, really. I'm not sure that they can do true suborbital testing from there, but time will tell. That's it for Space Headlines, covering the third week of May 2019. Hope you enjoyed our show, and we'll see you in a week or so with the fourth week of May. Take care.